Here's the fastest way to lose marks on CELPIP writing task 1, writing a perfect email with a wrong tone. I've seen many students memorizing one template and using it in every type of questions, and this is the reason they are stuck at 7 and cannot get 9+. The template is not the problem. Using the same template for informal emails like writing to your friend and formal emails like writing to businesses or your manager is the problem. Today, I'll teach you a 5-part map that can be used for every type of writing task 1 questions. Besides, we learn the difference between the tones and the vocabulary and how to change the tone of your email. And wait until the end. We will fix 2 emails which score 6 and improve them to a score 10+. Before the map, let's review what the task 1 is asking. CELPIP writing task 1 gives you an everyday situation and asks you to write an email for that situation. You have to write between 150 to 200 words. In the exam platform, you see a timer about 27 minutes and there's a default spell check that you should be careful about when you are using it. And how is your email going to be scored? It's scored on 4 parts: content and coherence, vocabulary, readability, and task fulfillment. The last one is the part that many students lose marks. I will talk about it in the next sections. Well, now you know what task 1 is asking. Now is the time to think about how we are going to answer these questions. Here's the map. This map is the structure of your email, and you can follow it in all of the emails in task 1, both for formal emails and informal emails. Let's look at the map. 1. The greeting. 2. A purpose line. What is the purpose line? It's one sentence on why you are writing. 3. The body. And here's the key for the body. You write 1 short paragraph for each bullet in the prompt. 3 bullets, 3 little paragraphs. Each one makes its point and adds a single concrete detail. 4. The ask and the next step. 5. The sign off and your name. And one thing you need to skip when writing these emails. There's no need to write to, subject, and these kind of things that we write in normal emails. In the task, you just start with the greeting, dear, hello, or hi. But if the question is asking you to write it, you have to write it. But after answering thousands of writing email tasks, I haven't seen any prompt that asks for writing to or the subject. Wait here. If you just follow the structure and don't follow the next tip, you might still get 7. Let's see what it is. This is the part that means the difference between getting 7 or 10 in task 1. Tone. Many people tell you that writing email should be semi-formal. But when you look at thousands of sample questions, you see that many of them are informal emails and many of them are formal. The question doesn't tell you that it should be formal or informal, but from the prompt you can understand. For example, when it tells you to write to your neighbor, it cannot be that formal. But when it tells you to send an email to a business for a complaint or something like that, it should be formal. So the tone is different in each of them. Again, be careful here. Being too formal or too informal is going to again cost you some marks. For writing an email to your friend, you cannot say "what's up" or something like that. You're not texting, you're sending an email. It should be casual friendly. And for the formal ones, you are not writing an academic article. So it should be again friendly but a bit formal. Choosing the right vocabulary here is going to help you a lot. And I have another video about the tone in writing task 1. I suggest you watch it to learn how to change the tone using different vocabularies. To be honest, for the tone, raters are looking for appropriateness. This is one of the crucial parts in your writing and in the grading of your task. So being appropriate based on the people you are writing to is very important here. A quick question for you here. What is the hardest writing question that you have seen? Was it a formal one or an informal one? Write in the comments and I'll help you nail them the next one you try. Well, you might follow the tone and the structure, but still don't get enough scores. The problem is in the next section. As I mentioned before, writing task 1 is about everyday situations, and the prompt always gives you 3 points that you should cover in your email. Some students miss one of them or don't write completely about one of them. Most of the time, the last one. The last one is about offering help, suggesting an idea, or requesting something. So for fixing that, be careful when you want to start writing your email. First, write one sentence for each bullet point in the exam platform or your practice platform like CELTESTPIP. So when you start writing, you don't forget that you need to continue those sentences. For continuing those sentences, add more details, specific data, and some examples, and it will complete your body part of the email. Well, we almost covered everything for answering writing task 1, but there are 2 upgrades that are going to improve your writing from good to great. What are they? The first one is killing vague vocabulary. We need to be specific in email. When writing an email, we need to tell something and ask for something. In real life, I mean, not in the exam. But in the exam, it should be like real life. So you need to be specific, not vague numbers or vague names. Let's see one example. It says there were lots of problems. We don't know what were the problems, lots of, how many problems. But a specific one writes like this. Several numerical values in the pricing were mistranslated. So our partners thought we wanted to sell 500 units instead of buy them. You see, the second one is like a real situation. Someone is really sending an email to a business and asking for something and complaining for something. We will understand what the situation is. The second upgrade is making your ask unmistakable. What does it mean, unmistakable? It means giving enough data about your request, about your idea, about the final request you're asking in the last sentence of your email. So the reader, or I can say the examiner in CELPIP, will exactly understand what you want, by when, and how you want it. These are some specific examples. Could you please confirm the new schedule by Friday? I believe a 50% refund would be reasonable. It has a clear verb, a specific data, and sometimes a deadline. So it's like a real-life email. Well, enough about the theory. Let's see all of them in action. We are going to see 2 emails which score not that much and then improve them to get 10 plus. This one scores around a 6, and the first problem is the tone. Look at the example. It's written, it was fast but not good. Give me my money back. I want my refund. You know, it's too casual and too informal for writing to a business. And the details are not enough, the vocabulary is not deep, and the ask is like some demands. For the bullets, it just touches them but doesn't give enough detail. Now let's see the perfect answer to this question. The greeting matches the reader. It says, Dear Translation Service Manager. And the purpose in the first line, and then the body, we see 1 paragraph per bullet. Bullet 1, the document and the date is specific. It says a 10-page proposal submitted September 15th. And the bullet 2, it tells the exact errors and the real impact, talking about mistranslated specs, wrong pricing, and uncomfortable meeting in Shanghai. And the last bullet, bullet 3, it has the ask plus the improvement, a 50% refund, and a specialized review process. At the end, we see it has a forward sign-off. So both of these answers are answering the same situation, but one of them is specific enough, it has enough details, and it follows the tone of writing a formal email to a business manager. Well, we cover the formal one. The next one is going to be an informal email, and this is the part that gets a bit tricky. Many people don't know the border between being too informal and friendly in emails, but being casual friendly. Let's look at this example. I can say honestly, this one follows the tone but has some other problems. The problem is that this one is too friendly and it's vague. It doesn't give enough details. Look at the parts. It says, buy balloons and flowers. Good stuff for cheap. I made some parties before. It has no specific idea, no specific numbers and detail, and everything is vague. The perfect one gives more detail and is very specific. Look at this. The greeting matches the best friend. It says, Hi, Emily. And we have 1 paragraph per bullet. Bullet 1, excitement plus real experience. It says the charity gala at the cultural center. It doesn't just say, I've done parties. And the bullet 2, again, specific ideas. Heritage hall, soft lighting, a photo display, live music. And bullet 3, which is the last one, it says exactly how I'll help. I handle the vendors and the timing. You give me the guest list and budget. For the ending, it has a warm close, casual sign-off. It's friendly and specific. I'm sure it can get 10 plus. So we cover the map you need for CELPIP writing task 1, how to find the tone and how to follow the structure for writing the perfect email and how to upgrade your email. We have a checklist. It's good to practice it as much as you can. You can go to CELTESTPIP, choose one of the writing task 1 questions, formal or informal, and follow this checklist in your mind, or write it on a paper and try to follow it and see how your score improves. This is the checklist. 1. Read who you're writing to and pick your tone, formal or friendly. 2. Write one sentence for each of the 3 bullets. 3. Expand each with one concrete detail. 4. Add a clear ask and a next step. 5. Make your greeting and sign-off match the tone. 6. Check the counter. It should be between 150 and 200. Well, by following this checklist and the tips we covered in the video, I'm sure you can improve your score in writing task 1 from 6 or 7 or from what band you are at least one level higher. For improving more and more, you just need to practice as much as you can. Go to CELTESTPIP.com, try the tasks, and you can see the instant feedback that gives you the detail of the mistakes you have made and how to improve them. This video is part of our full writing course on CELTESTPIP. I will put the link of the course in the description. It's free for everyone. I hope you can use all of them and nail the CELPIP score you need. Never stop practicing. See you soon.